Hey, what is up guys? So we are going to be going over the top 5 things you hate about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's jump right into it. At number 5, we have the dice roll, or essentially just going first in the game. There are so many times where a first turn Jowgen, a first turn Ophion, a first turn Macrocosmos absolutely destroy whatever deck you're playing. You're like, well, I can't even play any of these cards in my hand. Let's go to game 2. That's just so unfortunate in the game where, going first just pretty much determines the winner of a game. Next up at number 4, we have bad hands. I mean, look at that card to the left of Jinzo. Is that a Digimon card? I've never even seen that thing before. But anyways, I mean, look at this hand. He's got Jinzo, a Red Eyes, Graceful Dice, and a Polymerization. I mean, what are you going to do? Polymerization the Jinzo and Red Eyes for Red Eyes Jinzo? Because there's no such thing as that, and plus Jinzo already technically has Red Eyes. Also, there's cards like Mystical Shine Ball, Reborn Tengu, where just drawing multiple of them just really sucks. And also, any player that has played Dino Rabbit long enough, there were times where you would draw double Caboozles and double Sabersaurus, and then you'd be like, okay, draw phase, and then you draw Rabbit, and you're like, oh, come on, really, is this happening to me? Like, it's just so unfortunate that, there are just times where you just draw bad cards. Over at number 3, we have your opponent top decking a card, which is pretty much the only card they can use to get out of whatever bad situation they are in. The most relevant cards would be like Dark Hole or something like Heavy Storm, but nothing will ever triumph top decking a Judgment Dragon and just going, okay, I blow up the field. You could have Mirror Force, Deprison, Compulse Set, and another monster on the board that can't be destroyed multiple times, like something like Draco Sack. You could have a Draco Sack, a Compulse, a Mirror Force, and Judgment Dragon is like, okay, blow up the field, okay, blow up the field again. It's just absolutely devastating to the game when your opponent would just top deck a Judgment Dragon and he would just get so much control over the game, and then you're like, okay, how do I get over Judgment Dragon? You'd be like, okay, I can set my Man-Eater Bug, and then I can set Deprison, and then like, okay, blow up the field again. It's just one of those cards where like it just wins games, but that is always the sack factor of Light Sword. Over at number 2, we have card ruling changes. The most relevant one that a lot of players complain about, and I myself thought this was just absolutely too good, was Tour Guide into Sangan, into Detach Sangan, into Get Effect with Sangan. Even though it was technically not on the field, it just got re-ruled, and that's something that's just really lame. Another card that got re-ruled by Konami was something like XX Saber Dark Soul. When X Sabers were popular, you would just keep on you can send XX Saber Dark Soul to the graveyard, and then you could God's E-Call, get it back, or Fall Troll, get it back, and you would keep on synchroing with Dark Soul, and you could keep on getting Dark Soul searches for the same one Dark Soul. But then once it got reprinted or printed in OCG, I'm not sure the exact date on it, but then they were like, no guys, now that X Sabers aren't popular anyways, we're going to make it so Dark Soul only gets one search anyways. And then most of the players who are competitive were like, who cares? X Sabers aren't even like a deck anymore. There's so many other better decks to play at this time. But it's like, come on, why the change to X Sabers so late into the game? Over at number 1, we have unquestionably broken cards. Now, first off, I do want to mention that since Super Rejuvenation was kind of like an older card, it's not essentially, at fault for, being super, super broken in, later in the game when you use newer cards combine, combos with older cards, even though the combo is pretty simple with this. I'm talking about unquestionably broken cards like this. This is one of those cards where it's like, it's not like some player figured out some combo. You just read this card and you're like, wow, that's absolutely broken. It doesn't even have to be, Spellbook cards that you're using, just spell cards activated. You can do Upstart Goblin, you can do that Tune Table of Contents. There's so many combos and just like so much advantage you can generate with this card. And they knew about this. They knew Spellbooks were already topping. And then on top of that, once Judgment came out, it's like, okay, now the deck is like so good, Too Fast, Too Furious. But anyways, those are going to be the top 5 things that I hate about Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me know what is the number 1 thing that you hate about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though I technically still love this game regardless of what happens to it, I'll probably always end up playing because I treat the game, as a fun thing to do as a hobby. But let me know in the comment section below what is something that you absolutely hate about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes signing out.